Welcome back, team, to the first real group meeting for the QLI project. I very warmly welcome each of you to the session. I'm very glad to see so many participants, close to about 45 people, members in total. It is nice to know the interest that you're showing in the whole project that we would like to execute. So now, as part of this project, I want to give you a very, very detailed overview of what we're going to do. Okay. So please let it be a very interactive group meeting. I would want every member to be able to talk, and this is a very, very strong role play. We're going to talk about who's going to be doing what, okay, what roles are you playing and so on. Okay, so this is your first day project kickoff, and what we're going to do is discuss the functionality at a high level. We will talk about the various teams that are going to be working. There is also a development team. There is also many testing teams that are going to be working together. And I have also identified leads who are going to be supporting each of these testing teams while each of you go about preparing something on it. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is, as part of this exercise, we will be working on it absolutely like a practical real life project. The only difference is my team is distributed. We are all working remotely. All right. Apart from that, everything is just like you're working at a real life project. All right. So please ensure that you participate with your fullest. If you do not, then you're really losing out on various things that are going to happen. Now, I have put all the participants' names, the city and the country out here from the people who've registered for the go-to meeting in the go-to training. And then I've divided each of you into various teams. I have used the planet names as the team names, so we're able to associate with each other. Now, what is important is each of you have been divided randomly, but I've selected some people in a specific geography to be able to interact with each other easily. So that way, US, I've put it as one, Australia, Great Britain, and UK, Europe areas, I've put it as one, and so on. That way, each of you can interact with each other and in your own time zone and not worry too much about that overlap. Yes, within the US, you have the East Coast, West Coast, Central Time and all that. That you'll have to manage. Now, the reason I'm breaking everyone into teams is very simple. I've explained this earlier also in the orientation. We are all going to work on one project, okay? I am going to be developing the project. I will be using a few developers along with me to help me develop this project, okay? And this is a very important project. This is the project I'm going to take live. Each of you have been divided into specific teams. Your role is primarily to perform the entire end-to-end testing life cycle for this project, okay? So there are many teams like I've named. Each of you will be doing the same thing, the same exact thing you'll be performing, but you will be interacting with each of your members and so on. So some of these details I'm going to show in a different Excel. All right. So there is a timeline for this project and so on. At the end of the project, the people who have really done well will be getting the certificate of completion of this project. You can also put it on your resume and show that yes, you have participated in it. The reason being, it is a live project. This is what I'm going to use to deploy on my real website. So you'll have to participate with me. Today, this is the live project. In future, I might be able to have various other companies talk to me about interns. They've already been. I could never do it earlier. Now we could do some lot of internship-based projects and execute them similarly. At that time, I should be able to do it again with a new set of team or whoever is interested at that point in time. Okay, so please be very, very careful of everyone's time. Your professionalism is extremely important. There is no question about it. Okay. Now, when I say professionalism, it's got a lot of things into it. We will come to some of them as we go along. We will not learn everything in a day. We will take our own time. But primarily what I did is I broke everyone down into the team. I will be sharing this sheet with each of you. There are between 6 and 7 members per team. I would say between 6 and 8 members per team. Some of the members unfortunately logged in late, so I'll have to divide each of you into different teams. So I'm going to put Sushma, you're from Great Britain, so you will be part of the Jupiter team, and then I can use the Mercury, I can use Venus, Earth, and Mars for everyone else. That way it is well distributed. This for Sumisha, she's going to help me from coordination and a little bit of development work as well. So she doesn't really require a team to be coordinated. Now, if you notice, there are a few of the members who are either not participating in a specific team or are spread across various teams. And the reason that will happen is that it is because of the fact that they are going to be playing a lead role. So they will be helping us in coordination. They will be available to be working together with each of us when needed. Some of these discussions also I'm going to show. I've also documented them. All right. 1 second, please. All right. Now, see, this is the thing. I already got a request from someone in the team saying that please put me with someone else in this city and so on. All right. Now, listen, this is where I will start with the main important thing. Okay. There is something called as a standard operating procedure. This is what you have to focus on. Okay. You can choose the job. When you go for a job, you can choose as to what job you apply for, if you get selected, if you want to join or not. Once you join the project, you cannot choose which project in that company are you going to work in. They may be able to move you into any project. That is their decision. You cannot choose the team that you want to work with. You cannot choose the schedule or the deadlines you work with. If you're not happy about it, please leave the project. I have no issues with it. If you want to continue, really gain experience, then you have to continue. We have to stick with this standard operating procedure absolutely as a team. If there is any deviation, it is going to go as a remarks about it. Okay, no problem. There is nothing to be sorry about. I am happy that you asked. One of the members did ask to put someone else in the city. That is fine. Okay, but I want you to be uncomfortable. I don't want you to be comfortable. I want you to go through the worst challenges, issues, headaches, overtime, slogging across the clock, under pressure, and so on as much as you can. It is not a cakewalk. If you want a cakewalk, like I've been teaching you earlier, you sit and watch my videos. Do not come to this project. Please do not do that. It will only give you I will say come, please. If you fail, that is fine. At least you will learn something. The reason is very simple. I am trying to recreate what is going to happen in the companies. For me, this project is very important. So unless you can really do justice to it, please do not participate otherwise. All right. But having said that, I'm assuming that you will still continue. It is just to say that the seriousness is very important. Now, the numbers are not currently correctly there. Yes, I know, team. I'm seeing some of the comments. For a lot of you also, this is an important thing. So I'm glad to be doing it, and I really hope this is going to pay out well for each of you. Okay. Earlier, I have never used the go-to training to share the attendee list. So I have it. You can chat with anyone, all right, in the go-to meeting, especially when we have these group meetings. Now, let's talk about a couple of more things that I've documented. Then we will go through these at length, okay? I also said that you will be working within yourselves on that specific team, all right? I will send across the team contacts. It is not listed here. I have the emails and the phone numbers also to everyone in the team. Please do not misuse. Do not try and communicate to everyone. Be very conscious to the simple fact that you're going to be under observation as the overall performance. Sometimes we are not aware. Sometimes we are over enthusiastic. We try and do a little bit more. I understand, but try and stick with a specific plan. If the plan does not say it is my mistake, we will need to make the plan a better. And when I say plan, it is the standard operating procedures that I'm trying to refer to here. Okay. So teams, you're going to work together with each of you. Okay. You will create your own schedule. Okay. You will talk, chat, discuss, share screens regularly as you want. At the end of this go to training session, I believe you will be taken to a page or have an opportunity to take a 30-day free trial for GoToMeeting without a credit card. If you want, you can take advantage of it. All right. Don't take the go to training, just take the go to meeting, enough for 25 people. The great thing about this is, like I am doing, you should be able to share the screen, and you can use webcams, you can talk, you can chat, do a lot of things together. So team, you can use this as much as you want. You can create your own free accounts and work. You will have to divide tasks, you will have to assign tasks, and you'll have to track the assignments and the progress within yourselves. We will not do it for you, because I am heading the project in this case, okay, and I have you as a team. All I'm interested at the end is deliverables. I'm going to assign you the project. I'm assuming that you know the basics. You have seen the tutorials. You know how to prepare some documentation, prepare the test strategy or a plan at a high level, how to go about writing test cases, how you're going to execute it, where you're going to execute, and how you're going to report, and so on. Okay, so I'm looking at you to provide me everything. I'm not going to use this forum to teach you anything. If you have a question, use my videos, or even better, go to the web and try and see what can be done at that time. Okay. So you will be working independently, and you will have to please cooperate with each of you and do that work. Okay. I will open up a way, I'm still thinking how, where each of you can very nicely give feedbacks about other members within your team. Okay. So let's say there is the Jupyter team. Jupyter team can talk about each of their other members and rate them on 5-6 areas. I would want that output of that to be sent out to you at the end of this project, so that you get an idea of, or not even at the end, you know what, why not do it every week, so that you get a good idea of what is good. Is your communication good? Are you showing energy? Are you following your tasks well? Are you on schedule, and so on? Why? Because that metrics will help you know where you're weak and then try and improve it next week. Okay. Do not get offended. Don't take anything personal out here. Everyone is simple, same objective. Try and utilize this as much as we can to improve ourselves, get ourselves acquainted for a live project, and get some experience on your resume. Okay. Now, each team, we will identify a coordinator. Okay. One coordinator every week. So let's say if it's a 5-6 weeks project or 4 weeks or so project, then we will have 5 different coordinators each team. So it can keep moving from one person to the other next way. Who is a coordinator? Primarily, you decide what are the activities that a coordinator has to do. Like at the end of everything, sending out an email to the QA lead for reviews, collecting questions from everyone, collating them together and sending it to the QA lead, or then deciding that it is very important, we need to speak to the QA lead, I need to organize a session, so one of you. Hence, per team, instead of having everyone talk to the corresponding leads, you will have only one person represent your team each week and talk. That way, you will get the experience of new projects, playing different roles, sometimes coordinators, sometimes as a QA engineer, and so on as well. Okay. Now, as part of this, each team every week will come up with some kind of an output. Okay, each week different outputs will keep coming up depending on the stage. Now, when these outputs come up, you will be doing reviews for the other teams. It's very important to be able to do peer review. The reason being, when you do review, number one, you also know what the other persons have done for similar thing. Number two, it gives you an opportunity to see what is missing or what is good and move accordingly. All right. So what is very important is for you to stick with the whole process and do a proper review. Okay. Now, when you're doing this review, please note that you're trying to do fact findings. This is not fault finding. Okay. When I say fact finding, I mean that you are only trying to go by a specific template of checklist to do the reviews, and go about saying this is missing, this is present, and so on. By the end of this project, trust me team, you have learned immense amount of practical reality of projects. Project is not different. How to work with the team, how to go through the entire tasks, how to structure ourselves through the work, interact, show progress, show output, and so on. That is the whole thing. Okay. Now, as I said, we have team leads. Team leads are basically available to assist you. We have 3 team leads, and I really thank each of them to join to be able to assist. I have Shan leading one of the teams, not one, I think 2 of the teams. Tarun will be guiding on one of the teams. And then Manoj will be guiding on the other teams. Even their contacts will be listed here. Now, how do you use the team leads and how you're going to work with them? I'm going to quickly show. All right. What you're going to do is you will be working among yourself. The coordinator of that specific team can collate questions and then send an email or arrange a call with the team lead, so that then you get some of these things addressed. Again, neither me nor the team leads are experts in the industry. However, we can guide you as an approach in general, or we will try and sit with you, help, and see if we can go through some research on the internet and find something. All right. Any questions on anything so far, please? This is because this is the most important thing. You can have questions either here, or I would love to see questions going directly on to 1 second, please. Let's see. Hold on, team. Team, give me a minute. What I want to say is, if you have questions, feel free to put it either here or put it in the chat. Okay, you can chat only with me or chat with anyone else. All right. So please, either way, let me know. If you have questions so far, please let me know right away. Okay. All right. Let me see a couple of quick questions, then we'll see. Regarding go to training use, can we use it during this team coordination? Yes. So what I want you to do is, so I'm going to put this here. Okay. And this is asked by Anuradha. All right. Yes, you use it for your own thing. But what I'm saying is, create your own free account, please. Create your own free account, 30-day, which is a 30-day trial, and use it. All right. It's a great tool to coordinate with your team. If you decide to keep it for longer, that's fine. It's up to you. What is review checklist? So you put it here. What is review checklist? Any question is not basic. Okay. You can ask any question. Okay. If you don't want to mention your name, that's fine. Okay. Just a team member, you can say. Now, member. All right. If you don't want to put your name. Now, what is review checklist? A review checklist is basically an Excel or a doc which will talk about what to test, what to review, what to see. Okay. All right. That is what is most important. So we'll use to perform reviews. I will show this to you. Okay. I will show this to you when I show you one of the sample reviews before the first review that you'll do. How do we access this FAQ sheet? I've already pasted that link in the chat. You can use that. Okay. Not able to type it. Okay. yeah, see, this is the questions I don't want you to ask, please. I mean, what do you mean by not able to type in Excel, right? You cannot ask me such a question. This is not an Excel. This is a Google Doc spreadsheet, number one. So you should ask me very specific questions, please. Will you provide the task and how to do that? Yes, I will be. We'll be talking about that in the next few minutes now. All right. So let's see. Let's go back now to this is the team. Yes, Google Doc. Yeah, Google Doc. You're able to type right now. Okay. So team, please note that communication is a very critical aspect. I don't expect you to be a master at it, but it is important for you to know when you can improve it. It will only help you. It's got, I have no interest otherwise in trying to point at you something, but I just want you to be able to be very strong in communicating anything that you want. Okay. Now, here's the other things that I need to mention. Then we'll go quickly to the project and timelines and so on. Okay. Now, one thing is zero tolerance towards, in the sense of rules. What should be the various things where we should put our own limits? 1 second. All right. What I want you to do is set your own rules, please, as to what you want to have within the team. What is the tolerance level for what information, for what things? All right. So that is very, very important. I don't want to set anything. You tell me before the end of the session or later, and we will put it up here so that everyone follows that. Like no politics, no trying to be late for the meetings. For example, even for this meeting, there were members who were late. I understand some of you are not able to join. Then, I mean, it doesn't give a proper look, right? It's your first day to the project. Everyone is sitting down. Everyone is looking at each other. Everyone is attentive, and then you join in, right? It doesn't. It shows too much of casualness. How serious are you about the whole thing? That's very important. All right. What else is there? Yeah, so I already told you about the project completion certificates. I will be putting some rules and metrics. Most of it is not quantitative. In the sense, I don't have to say that on a scale of 1 to 5 or you should get 100% mark or 80% mark. No, it is more general based on various factors. But it's very simple. It is a combination of what you do, what other members give remarks, how you've improved. You could start with a very bad first week. But then slowly you've seen some improvements. Those things, the overall output that has come out from your team, and what the QA lead also talks about. These are the things. It is not the number of test cases you write. It is not the number of defects you have done that is going to tell how good of a software test engineer you are. All right. It is an entire output that you do. Your documentation, your specific challenges that you undergo and overcome, how you're working in a team, all these things are important. Okay. So here are the other things. Be creative, try and use tools, templates, come up with new ideas, but don't waste time with the team. I'll tell you what happens in a group decision or a group discussion. Okay. When you need to take a decision in a group, everyone is right. Everyone have their own perspective of what they want to do or what they want to bring. Someone will say go to meeting, someone will say let's use Skype, someone will say let's use this. There is never a winner. It is someone's convenience what they're used to. For example, I love go to meeting if it is more than 2 people that I need to interact at the same time. Otherwise, I'll use Skype. So different factors, we will do different things. Okay, so do not waste too much time in this decision factors. It will take away your time otherwise. Okay, you work independently with the team. Now, the next session, which is on Friday, I'm going to give a detailed walkthrough of the functionality. But before that, let's do a high-level schedule. Okay, so today we are doing the kickoff meeting. So 2:20. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I wanted to start. So 2:22, I'm doing the detailed functional walkthrough. So between now and the functional overview, I want you to have one session coordinated among the team, and please try and organize yourselves with all the other participants and work together. If you have a challenge, don't run to me. Okay, use a common forum. So use a email where everyone is there. Okay, or add each of you immediately with specific emails on a G Talk or some network and start chatting. Use Skype. Best thing is to use Skype. If you all are familiar with Skype, I would suggest use Skype. You can do group chat with each of you, find out what is the progress. The only intent is so that you get used to use each other. Okay, so between kickoff meeting and functional overview is team orientation. All right, this is team orientation. You are getting introduced to every other team member. All right, then we will go about doing our functional requirement specifications. We will, when I say we, you will have to do that. You will have to create a document. High level document, that is fine. No screenshots or images, no problem. But what is it supposed to do? What is the functionality? What are the different types of uses? All of these things you will have to do. Test plan, test cases, all of this you have to prepare. You will have to do the execution. I have just kept some blanks in between because we will fill it as we go. At the moment, I have a go live date. By 10th of March, I wish to go live with the application. Okay, so anything that we do is going to be within this zone. All right, within this zone, we will do anything. Any other dates should happen within this. If there is a delay in any of you not being able to do certain things, then we will have to delay this further, which is not a good thing to happen. So we should try. How many hours can each of you put? You talk to each other. Okay, but keep it as a learning experience. Please be kind with each other and try and honor others' time, personal criteria and respect it. But do note that if you don't cooperate enough, then you are also pulling the entire team down. Okay, so please do the teamwork. Now, any questions on anything so far? Functional requirement specification. Why should I tell you that? You should go and do a search on that, please, if you don't know what it is. But yeah, you need to prepare each of everything you have to do. I'm not going to do even a single bit. I will do review. I will do review. You will also do the reviews with what the other members are doing and so on. I don't care what kind of an output it is. It is you who has to do it because it will give you a lot of practice. Okay, team. You'll be working with your team. You'll be working on tight schedule. You will have to go through that struggle. Okay. You've seen how I did it in the training videos, so you can repeat the same things or research on the internet, get a new template. That doesn't matter. It's your call. We are going to use Jira. Madhuri, team, I'll not address you with the name because some of these are general questions. You will have to go back here. Use your own creativity. You discuss with your team. If you want to use Jira, use it. If someone wants to use Bugzilla, use it. If someone else wants to use Simple Excel, that is fine. What is it that is best suitable for this project? Then we will have a good idea to be able to see what we've used, how we have done it, and so on. Just because one team did Excel, the other team did Jira, doesn't make anything one way over the other. As long as you have done whatever you did effectively, efficiently. All right. You tell me the answer, the one who's asked this question. Will I be providing BRD? What is BRD? Business requirement document. When I give this functional overview day after tomorrow, you will, this is the business requirement. Okay, so let me put one here, insert, and it's a notes. Okay, this session will be for providing business requirement. I will tell you what my requirement is. You have already seen it, but I have a lot of problems with my existing applications. So I will give you my requirements, what it is. Clearly, you will please start documenting from there. Okay, you're working on my project. Please note this. I will not provide access to anything. I will not provide access to Jira or Bugzilla or Excel or anything. You find out. You do it. This is a project that you're doing it. I'm assuming that you already know that we don't have any budget. So there's no tools that is being provided. You have to use your own infrastructure and you have to use your own network, please. In fact, I would suggest all of these things, you should put it in the Google Doc. That is the reason I created the Google Doc, so that I could easily answer them there. All right. Any other things? Let's see. Is it going to be IT Learn? Yes. Since it is IT Learn, I can give you a certificate saying that you worked in this project, and I can also act as a referral for you that you've worked on this project. Okay, that's the reason I have picked up this website. Okay, it is an actual need. I've already identified the development team about a couple of weeks back. They're ready. I am going to take the Friday session to show them what I need. They will be preparing and developing based on what I give. Same information is going there. All right. Let's see. Any other things? So I wanted to give an overview, but nothing big right now. It's all automatically almost there. But I will be sharing this Excel. Please make sure, because there's the contact numbers and the email IDs of everyone. You just have to unhide all these columns. You will see it there. Okay. I will identify the week 1 coordinator here, okay, for each team. Okay, so use that coordinator, please, has to coordinate with everyone else and bring things up. If you're not able to do it, then I will put the other coordinator who will start working out immediately. To get started, there might be a little confusion. Till that time, all of you come together and have one discussion. Ideally, you should all talk, okay, at the earliest possible, like tomorrow. You'll have to all get into one conference call and talk with each other. Okay. The group meetings is just to see the progress on anything, on everything, and then be able to move to the next stage. It's the first time we are all working remotely. There will be challenges. Slowly we'll come over that. Let me see. Would you suggest you to share details only with leads? Then we can plan later about coordinator and sharing the details. But the problem is, if I share the details only with the leads, then you have too much on your plate, Shan, Tarun, and Manoj, to be able to coordinate and manage the teams. That is the reason I wanted to divide it such a way that, and I think each one of us are responsible. Let us take that responsibility. Let us be conscious. Okay. If there is too much of confusion, step back, take a pause. Don't keep sending mass emails. Okay. Decide, say, I've opened up a chat session, or please use this GoToMeeting link. All of us, let us join. We will also record it. We will also take notes and we will put it. In fact, I wanted to start with someone having to take notes for what I'm saying. But luckily, since I've documented most of it and I'm recording the session, it is fine. Okay. Let's see. We are only going to do STLC. I don't know. Yeah. What else do you want to do? If it's not software testing lifecycle. Anything else, team? Last couple of questions, please. But I'm not going to take too many questions anymore. Sumisha and eLearn team, do not answer any questions for the project, please, on the emails. Okay, let it go directly on this Excel. All right. So, for example, I don't know who asked this. If it was Victor, okay. So I'll answer this later. Okay. All right, that's it for now. If there are questions, I would be glad to take. Please let me know. You have another meeting on Friday, so you don't have really a lot of time to come prepared before that. By then, you should have spoken with each other and identified what you're going to do and so on. I'll give the... Okay, this question also I'm putting it in the chat. Okay, use this document, please, to put your questions. It's easy for me to do it. So till next session, we're just coordinating with each other. Correct. So that's the first thing I'll do. So play around, feel comfortable, and then we will get to the other sections. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks everyone. Bye for now. We'll see you back in the next session then. Till then, I'm really excited about this, and I really seek your assistance in helping me test my application. Okay. So you're very important for me, but I want you to also take this opportunity to master and get a lot of strong footing on the whole thing. All right. Thanks everyone. Take care. Have fun. I will send the sheet right away after the meeting to all the participants. I don't think everyone has attended this live meeting. I will only send it to the people who have attended the live meeting. Okay. So that way we know who all are actively participating in it. All right. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.